Well, good morning, pot pickers, as Simon would say. We'll move this back a little bit. Never seem to get the tripod set the way I want it. So what's going on in your world? It sure is lonesome in mine. Old Alan Jackson song. So, let's talk about coronavirus and the impact it's having on society. But first, my beloved Svenborg with good old Fireside. Why? Because that's the way I like to smoke. And a hot cup of coffee. Black, of course. Never defile your coffee with anything. So, our wonderful Secretary of Health and our brilliant Governor Wolf. I'm just going to come out and say it. I have not been political on my channel whatsoever. However, I feel that the government, state government, has gone way overboard with their overreach against our civil liberties. You can tell me to stay inside, and you can tell me what I can do in order to get into a business with my body, and I have to abide by it. But you won't get involved when it comes to a woman's decision over her body with abortion. Just saying. Whole nother argument, folks. So, yesterday, let's talk about coronavirus in Pennsylvania. My brother lives in Texas. They're opening up fast. He said a lot of stuff is just, the governor's released a lot of stuff, and they're allowing businesses, not allowing, these businesses are opening up. People are losing money. I, for one, am sick and tired of the fear that the media and the government is trying to put on the citizens. It is our responsibility to contact our state and local and federal representatives of our government. You want to protest, you go ahead and protest. Most protests I've ever seen, I've never gone to one and won't. That's just me. I'd rather flood the offices of my representatives and senators, phone calls and emails, than go to some rally. Sometimes they turn out bad. So yesterday, in the news, local news, UPNC planning to ramp up elective surgeries despite the statewide ban. UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, one of the top medical colleges on the East Coast, one of the top hospital systems on the East Coast. I know so for a fact because I spent time at UPMC in my days as an EMT out in Pittsburgh, and they put us to shame on the eastern side of the state. And now they own what used to be Pinnacle here in the Harrisburg region. So they're basically saying to the Secretary of Health, whatever it is, and I mean that, and our governor, we're done. And that is a good thing. People need their elective surgeries. They need things done. They're done. They're losing millions of dollars, and it's probably what's driving them. Then, PA Hospitals gets okay to begin dealing with backlog of elective surgeries put off. Comes out. UPMC defends decision to elect some elective surgeries. That's in the Modern Healthcare. The other one was PennLive.com, and the other one was Becker's Hospital Review and Pittsburgh Post Gazette. And then I have what's called Newsbreak app on my phone. It gives me news, local, state, and federal. And then Pennsylvania decides to give guidance to resume elective surgeries. We're going to tell you how it's going to work. USA Today, hospitals doing elective surgery despite COVID-19 risk, short supplies. UPMC's website says here, and I'm going to read this quote. It's all comments. Trying to get to it's all media relations. Let's go back. How do we go back? Let's go back this way. UPMC said it will resume elective surgeries amid the absence of well, I can't find it. But anyhow, Pittsburgh Post Gazette, despite ban by Governor Tom Wolf, UPMC ramping up elective surgeries. The people have had enough, at least in the state of Pennsylvania. I know that in Texas, in Ohio, in Michigan, they are rallying and protesting. You've scared enough people. They're tired of it. Am I getting political? Who cares? I don't care. This is my channel. Like I stated in my last Bearded Welshman video, I don't want to see people die, but life has to continue. Life needs to continue. You cannot take the healthy out of society. I think, is herd immunity correct? I don't know. The Swedes seem to be onto something there. But it is to the point where people, and especially in Pennsylvania, now the governor's going to open up golf courses, marinas, and private campgrounds. He is opening them up as of this Friday, which is, it's Tuesday, a couple days away. He's opening them up. So what does that tell you, people? One of two things. One, they've overreacted. Two, they're buckling to the pressure. And if the second is they're buckling to the pressure, we could pay the price health-wise. But I highly doubt it. One, I think they have overreacted. And that is my opinion. And I am entitled to it. Why? Because I live in a free country. I've kept silent long enough. I don't like to get political. I could give a crap about Republicans and Democrats. I really do. I'm more of a libertarian. I'd rather do my own thinking and make my own decisions. I don't like to go by somebody else's agenda because there are certain things in the agenda that I may agree with. And I am going off, aren't I? But I do not live in fear. I have not lived in fear since this thing started. In the beginning, I was concerned. But I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of having to talk to people that I care about who are very fearful over what's going on. I'm sick and tired of reading what is on my feeds on my social media about how people are scared. I'm sick and tired of seeing my friends lose money in their businesses. I'm sick and tired of the government overreaching. They want us dependent on them. I'm sick and tired of seeing that. My United States Constitution, as well as my Pennsylvania Constitution, gives me the right to have freedom and to pursue liberty, and the right to live liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. If you tell me smoking is bad for me, then I am no longer allowed to smoke. You're infringing on my rights. Folks, I understand smoking is bad. Anything that you inhale that is unnatural, that is not oxygen, clean air, is bad for you. Throw away your chemicals. Throw away your colognes and perfumes. Throw away your deodorants. Throw away your deodorizers, whatever. Because you're breathing in chemicals. You're breathing in something bad. I've made a choice. I live with that choice. That's my choice. I own and accept the responsibility of my choices. That's what America is. Allowing me to make choices. Allowing me to be a free man. Not enslaved to the government. The Constitution set up that I will never be enslaved to the government under tyranny again. Folks, we are real close to tyranny. We're on the brink of it. So I'm glad that one of the largest hospital systems, and I hope Penn State follows suit, and I hope Geisinger follows suit, and I hope the Philadelphia hospitals follow suit. There are hot spots. Philly is a hot spot. New York is a hot spot. Sure, take the precautions there. Where I live, this is not a hot spot. For example, in the county I live in, there are 529 confirmed cases, so they say, in the county I live in, of COVID. 99.9% people survive COVID, right? We've only had 21 deaths since this thing started. 21. One is too many, but 21 is not a high number. That, to me, does not require a statewide shutdown. Our state has 42,050 confirmed cases with over 1,500, almost 1,600 deaths that they claim are related to COVID virus. That they claim. Don't shut down a whole state. Work on the areas that have the issues. Focus on the people who really need it. Really need it. You're bringing resources into an area. Too many resources. We have what we need. We have sufficiently what we need. But you're bringing too many resources that could be used elsewhere. Like Philadelphia, like New York, like Chicago. Densely populated areas that need those resources. I can't go get tested for antibodies anywhere around here. What's that tell you? But yet I hear of other people in different regions of dense populations. They can get tested for antibodies. They can get tested for coronavirus like that if they say they have at least 3 of the symptoms. Now they say there's like 9. Like that. I've asked my insurance company, where can I go get tested for the antibodies so I can help? There's nothing around. Nothing. But I've heard of people who get tested for antibodies in other places. So why is my region shut down? That's my question. That's just my rant for today. Are people dying? Yes. Are people getting sick from this? Yes. But there's a lot more recovering from it than are dying from it. A lot more. A lot more. And we don't focus on that. We only focus on the bad. Count your blessings. Is it sad? Do you know someone who's dying from COVID? My prayers are with you. I mourn with you. I pray for comfort and peace for you. But for the love of God, let's not shut down society. We're going to put ourselves into a depression, a deep depression, economically, if we soon don't say enough is enough. Herd immunity seems to work in Sweden. Sweden, of all places. And if you're American and you're listening to this, you're wondering, Sweden? Aren't they like a neutral country that never gets involved with anything? I know people who've been sick with COVID. I think I was one of them. And recovered. Thank God. Now the Pennsylvania Department of Health is saying hospitals may resume elective surgeries. Well, they got no choice because they're doing it. That's my rant. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning, not quite 9 o'clock. I have had breakfast. I am enjoying my smoke. I'm drinking my coffee. And I'm going to live life. I'm going to live life. I'm not hiding. I will wear a mask. And yesterday I was out. And I'm seeing more people out and about, and they're wearing masks. I will wear a mask. I'm okay with that. If that brings comfort to someone else to know that I'm wearing a mask, I will wear a mask. I won't wear the gloves because I've discussed the cross-contamination before. Been in the medical field to know. I can't tell you how many times on one call I would change my gloves. Because once you touch something and then you go and touch the patient, you've cross-contaminated. Or vice versa. Anyhow, folks, it's time for me to go. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. Stop fearing. Live life. Get back to life. Take the precautions you need to take. I am more hygienically aware of what I do now than ever before. Have a blessed day. God loves you. I love you. Light 'em up.